Hello, runners. This is Coach Bala here. Hope all of you are doing well. Coming in for your second weekend message. First of all, I wanted to congratulate all of you for completing your first week of training, even though it's a warm-up week. We are seeing a lot of positive momentum and good enthusiasm to follow through with your decision. Congratulations. Starting is always tough, and it is always very important to start it right. By all counts, it looks like you all have started it well. Congratulations. Happy holidays. I know I'm getting to you maybe in Christmas Eve right now. So wanted to wish all of you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and also a very Happy New Year in case if I am not connecting with you before that. So for today, I want to touch on 3 points. So if you remember last time, I had introduced the concept of CP, conversational pace running or base pace running, and talked about how important it is in terms of the overall value for nailing that conversational pace type of running for the entire duration of the training program. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit more about what really happens in this training. The first point I wanted to talk about is to throw some light on the difference of thought process between two ends of the spectrum when it comes to training. On one end, we have what is called as sort of an intensity-based training. And then on the other end of the spectrum is what I would refer to as endurance-based training. What that means is, as the name suggests, intensity is short burst of high impact training. That's one form of training. And endurance training is all about optimizing the entire system so that you can continue to do that for a long period of time, right? So that is the continuum that we are dealing with right now. There could be some times when you are asked to do high intensity work, but at the end of the day, even the high intensity work is all about making you do a better job on the endurance side of the spectrum, which is low intensity, but keeping at it for a very long period of time. That's really what we are trying to do in this program. The one way to think about the difference of intensity and endurance is maybe what you do with your sort of dentist appointment. Now, your goal is to have a healthy teeth. So if all you do is that every 3 months, if you just go to a dentist and do the dentist cleaning that we all do, would that be enough? Now, that is a high intensity cleaning work, right? Once in a while you go and the dentist goes to every nook and corner of your teeth and sort of clean it up. That is necessary for an upkeep of your teeth. But just doing intensity cleaning alone is not going to give you a healthy set of teeth. What you need to do is what? Daily cleaning, morning, evening, night, and flossing is what is required for extended period of time, or pretty much for the entire life. That is when your teeth is healthy, looks good, and all that, right? So if you think about it, in this analogy, if you want to maintain your objective is to maintain wonderful set of teeth over a long period of time to time, you need to do intensity cleaning. Time to time, you need to do intensity work. But the key here is you want to make sure that the base level effort that you are supposed to do, which is daily cleaning, is done correctly, regularly, without fail, so that the base level health is improved. Similarly, guys, when it comes to long distance endurance training, there is a base level training that you need to do. And that cannot be substituted by in between fast runs and some kind of intensity runs that we normally do, which we will all get to very soon. The intensity one is just for fine tuning. But the real training is getting your base runs, the CP runs that we talked about, getting those miles in for extended period of time, being very comfortable when you're doing those base runs for as long as period, for as far as you can. When you do that well, again and again and again, over a period of time, you as a whole package will do a lot better on long distance endurance runs. So this, guys, is another way of thinking about what our training program is all about. So as you are in this journey, now that you've crossed 7 days, let me first highlight to you the first milestone that you all need to cross, especially those 275 of you brand new runners who are just beginning your long distance endurance training program. Let me tell you, it's like climbing a mountain right now. Don't worry about the summit. Summit is too far away. It's too high. The minute you start thinking about summit, you might get discouraged. Oh my God, that's too far away. How do I ever reach there? So I don't want you to think about all of that. All you need to think about is reaching the base camp. And in our analogy, in that analogy, in our running training program, the base camp is 21 days. So I would like all of you to literally focus on doing whatever you did in this last week. And as I said, a lot of you have done really well. Just keep at it for 2 more weeks. They say for you to pick up any new habit, for any new initiative to become a habit, they say that if you do the same thing for 21 days, that will become a habit. On the same vein, if you want to be world-class at anything, it seems, I think this is Tiger Woods' statement. If you want to be a world-class at anything, just do the same thing for 10,000 hours. It seems 10,000 hours of doing anything again and again and again, you will become world-class. Pretty simple formula, isn't it? So what I wanted to tell you is let's not worry about the 10,000 hours right now. Let's just worry about the other end of the spectrum, which is let us make the act of training for a long distance endurance run a habit. And all you need to do is break that down into small pieces. And the first piece I'm going to give you is the 21-day challenge. Now that you have done 7 days, all you need to think about is the next 14 days or next 2 weeks. When there is a rest day in between, that is also training. Understand that. So all you need to do is do what you're doing for the next 2 weeks and you reach the base camp of your endurance training program. Okay, so that's my message too. Endurance versus intensity. And let's look at the 21-day milestone. The third point that I wanted to address to all of you is that some people have asked me this question that, hey, Bala, how is it that I see this person and he or she tells me that they've never run before, or it's been multiple decades that, since they have run before. And they're telling me that, they joined this program and then within 16 weeks, they are now doing a 10K program. They finished 10K race. And then now they've joined for a half marathon last season and they finished that as well. And now they are kind of doing for the second half marathon. How is it possible that for 20 years you didn't do anything, you've never run before, and suddenly all of this falls into place? It seems too good to be true. When they told me that, I felt it was too good to be true. But then I saw them finishing those distances. I know them well, and that's why I signed up too, just because I saw them doing. And I know that most of you fall in this category of what I just now told you, that you just signed up. Even though you signed up, you're not sure, how is it possible for me to do these distances? I have never done that in my life. So how is it that just by going through a program, I'll be suddenly, able to do 3 miles of 6 miles or half marathon, as the case may be. So that's a fair trepidation you have. And that's also very fair to think that how can this magic happen? But let me tell you guys, it can happen. It does happen, and it has happened, and it will happen again and again and again. So let me open that up and tell you why it is happening. It's important for you to understand the why so that you start believing in what you're doing right now. So in the last episode, I was telling you about this program is what? Cardiovascular, musculoskeletal, mental strength training program. So the program is designed to strengthen your heart, cardio, enhance your blood circulation, vascular, improve your muscle strength, muscular, improve your flexibility and strength of your joints, which is the skeletal, and then of course increase your mental strength to do all of this, which is mental strength. So that's what the program is trying to do, right? Across the next 16 weeks, all of these 5 elements are slowly getting enhanced. That's what the program is trying, making you do. So when you think about the activity of running, what is really happening? Let's just step back and imagine you're going through this voyage inside your body. Okay, what is really happening inside your body in a very laymanish sort of explanation? What is happening? Now, your body needs to move forward, right? That's the objective. So brain is, made a decision that the body needs to move forward, and maybe let's say it needs to start running. So what does it do? It sends some signals through the nerves, and these signals reaches the muscle, and the muscle contracts and expands in response to these signals. This act of contracting and expanding is what is propelling you forward. That's really the muscle nerve brain connection that activates the running. So that's one angle of how running happens. Now let's go into these muscles. Now this contraction and expansion, the signal that it has received from the brain, for it to contract and expand, it needs energy to do that, right? The muscle fiber needs energy to do that. So essentially it needs 2 things. It needs oxygen and it needs energy in the form of glucose. So a glucose energy is there, and with oxygen, the glucose gets sort of burnt, thereby releasing energy, and this energy is utilized by the cells in the muscles, absorb this energy and do the job of contracting and expanding the muscle fibers. That's what is happening at a cellular level. So if you go inside the muscles, the portion inside the cells of the muscles, there is this power center called mitochondria. Now, mitochondria is at a cellular level, is considered the power center of muscles. Now, if you put it simply, mitochondria is a place where this power is getting processed, produced, and released back to these cells for these muscle cells to do its job, and thereby muscles are able to contract and expand. Or in other words, simply put, the larger the mitochondria within a cell, the better will be that cell in terms of processing the signal from the brain, and thereby a better muscular efficiency. That's what is happening at the cellular level. So if you step back, so you need good amount of mitochondria, you need good amount of oxygen, you need good amount of energy that's available in the cells for the muscles to do their job. Now, where are you getting the oxygen from? And where are you getting the energy from? You guessed it right. The blood supply needs to be there in those cells. And this blood is filled with oxygen. It's also filled with energy to provide the energy and the oxygen to these cells. And where do they get the energy, the oxygen from? Of course, from the lungs. So lungs is where the blood oxygen carbon dioxide transfusion takes place. And the heart is a pump that is pumping the blood across all around the body for that oxygen-rich, energy-rich blood to reach various parts of your muscle. So if you step back again, what are all the things in this aerobic chain that needs to be in place for you to run? If you think about it, you start from the heart. You need a strong heart for it to pump blood. You need to have a strong lungs for it to do a good exchange between oxygen and carbon dioxide and give a lot more oxygen into the blood. You need a good vascular system. That means blood vessels through your body for the body to take the blood to various portions of the muscles in your body so that it all can get activated, get the required energy and oxygen for it to do the job, right? You need to have good number of muscle fibers, large volume of muscle fibers for it to absorb the oxygen and energy that it is being supplied by your vascular and other systems, so that more the fiber, more power it can generate. And at the cellular level, you need a lot more mitochondria so that more energy processing can take place. So if you think about it, all of these steps need to be in place in addition to your brain having the ability to send the signals to the right muscles to activate. So when you think about running in this view, all of this needs to come together. When all of this comes together, then your running becomes more and more and more efficient. That is what is happening in this training. When we ask you to do CP runs, like when we ask you to do base conversational pace runs, what you are really doing is you are telling your body, hey, I want to do these things. I want to start walking or jogging in a calm, oxygen-rich, or in other words, aerobic state of workout. The minute it does that, brain is thinking, oh, suddenly body is asking, this man is asking me to do little extra load. So let me improve the efficiency of heart. Let me open up more blood vessels so that more blood can go to other parts of the body. Literally forming more blood vessels or opening up those blood vessels that was closed because it was not used till now. So you're literally improving the efficiency of vascular system as you do this again and again. So you have a better heart, better vascular systems, more blood vessels, reaching to more corners of your body, better muscle to nerve connection because brain is now getting trained to activate more and more muscles. More muscle fibers are being built. When more muscle fibers are being built, more it is easier for a body to propel forward. And as well as at a cellular level, more mitochondria is getting created. All of this is happening when you are doing a base pace cardio, a conversational pace run. Literally, an inside out transformation is taking place in this aerobic chain. Every step that I explained to you is constantly getting improved. So it is not 1 + 1 is equal to 2. It becomes 1 + 1 + 1 is equal to 10, because each of those improvements in this various elements of the cardiac in the aerobic chain actually adds up to the overall efficiency at a non-linear way. That is what is happening internally. Because of this inside out transformation, a person who comes in with 20 years of no running or no running at all, when they go through a structured training program for 16 weeks, this inside out transformation is what lends that person to do a 5K or a 10K or a half marathon or a full marathon. So it is not magic, guys. It is science. That is why this program is a structured training program. We allow the body to develop. We allow the magic of our body to lend itself to develop more. And we allow the body enough time for it to take the necessary actions to improve itself to meet the new challenge we are giving, which is our training program. So I hope all of this makes sense, guys. So I wanted to start the program with this theory first, so that you start the season with the belief that as you're going through this next year, for the next 3-4 months, you are in this journey of inside out transformation across various parts of the value chain of this aerobic chain. And as you do that, you get stronger, you get fitter, you can run farther, and hence you will also be able to run faster. Thank you, guys. So in summary, today's 3 messages. Message 1, your first milestone is the 21-day milestone. So keep doing it. Let's just get to the 21 days. That's when this becomes habit. Till you reach 21 days, anything can happen. Remember, so don't take it lightly. Some demons in your mind might say that, hey, this is too much. Let me just not do it today. Don't fall into it. Force yourself to get to the 21-day landmark. Item number 2 is I explained to you about the inside out transformation that we are doing right now, using the inside out transformation of the structured program, a better heart, a better vascular system, a better muscle nerve connections, more muscle fibers, more mitochondria inside the muscle fiber, all of this coming together to provide a 1 + 1 = 10 kind of an improvement. And when that happens, magic happens, and you can become fitter, run farther, and also run faster. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the weekend. Let's keep it going. Take care.